So what is machine learning? Well, uh, it's difficult to explain machine learning in simple terms, but effectively it's a combination of statistics and computer science to develop a branch of computer engineering, computer science, or software engineering, which tries to tries to bring out a universal approach to solving problems. So just like humans, uh, as humans, we have been taught to learn by observing, right? We observe colors, we observe patterns, and we try to make sense of whatever is around us. Similarly, computers can also be trained to make sense of the environment around them. So if you show them a bunch of dog images and then a bunch of cat images, depending on how well you have programmed it and what kind of cat images and dog images they were, the computer will get better and better and better at predicting what's a dog, what's a cat. And that is all about machine learning. There's nothing more to talk about. I mean, as a product manager, there's a lot more. It's a very deep science as such, and it requires you to understand statistics. It requires you to understand computer science. But effectively, this is all that there is in machine learning. That if you can train the machine, if you can train the algorithm by ample amount of data, accurate data, the algorithm will be able to predict with fair amount of accuracy whatever you're trying to train him in. So that is the reason why, for example, language translations are getting better and better. Image recognition is getting better and better, right? I'll suggest that you watch these two videos to get a better sense of machine learning. This is another video by Google Cloud itself, which is a fantastic introduction on how does machine learning work. Okay, I'll just leave you with this video. It's a good video. And as a product manager, these are the 5 steps that you need to know about when you're developing machine learning apps. Okay, as a product manager, your biggest problem or the biggest task would be to gather accurate, well-labeled data of multiple images, for example, which has clear label that this is a dog and this is a cat. When I say label, think of it as a metadata, think of it as an additional attribute, right? So you need to collect ample data. So you have to figure out how exactly will you collect all this data, how will you get accurate, well-defined data. Then how will you clean that data to ensure homogeneity, to ensure that all the dogs are actual dogs and all the cats are actual cats, right? And basis this, you will help in creating the right models. You will validate those models, whether these models are accurately representing what you're trying to build. Then you will help in selecting the appropriate ML model. You will look at the pros and cons of the different ML models, their accuracies, their consumption. So for example, certain ML models might take longer, but they're much more accurate. Will that work for your scenario? Versus certain ML models might be faster, but they might not be very appropriate. So you have to decide which one do you want to pick up, right? And then finally, you have to train the machine. I mean, you don't have to, but the developer is going to do it. But you have to essentially oversee the training as well, whether the results are coming out as accurate as you wanted it to be or not. Based on the first run or first iteration of this model, you have to gain insight, evaluate the data, and then you have to tune the parameter. So this iteration keeps on going. You will look at the parameter, you look at the results, and you'll keep on iterating. And finally, the insight will convert into representation, and that representation is what is going to turn into a UI or a UX for the end customer. Okay, so this is all about developing ML apps. Okay, there is a very good supporting bunch of articles that we have shared. Please go through them to get a better sense of what it means to learn, or what it means to be a product manager when all you're building is a ML app. That's it for now. Thank you.